Okay, hi Nina. I'm gonna put two videos together. It's gonna be the this, so you can see my violin, and then I'm gonna um, have the second half of it my monitor, so you can see what I'm pointing to with my mouse. Okay. Anyways, okay. So the beginning, I'm just gonna go through all the fingerings, just in case, on the first page only, and then I'm gonna do the second page probably tomorrow, since I'm not going to be at rehearsal because of the dentist. Anyways, so we have, first note is a B flat tremolo, so, and I've written in 1, so it's first finger. So we find the B flat and we just play here with 1. Okay, the reason why I have it 1 is because the next part is a divisi. It's an E flat, D natural, E flat, C natural, and it's 4 3 4 2. So after the tremolo we have, and then, oops, and then you can match the pitch down here. Right? Okay, so after that, by the way, the E and the D natural, since it's E flat and D natural, they're right next to each other, so it's, okay. Now after that we have the 16th notes, and I have 2 and 1 written here because those are the only fingers you need to play this part. So it's just over and over again, and then you have, that's these last 4, and then it goes to, now that's in first position. Notes are A flat, G natural, A flat, and then F natural. So you said you were confused about the fingering because it's 2 and 1, but this is confusing. Okay, so after, so this is third position, right? Right, that's third position. And so I say here, shift back to first position. But it's technically not first position because we're playing this G with our first finger. So technically we're in second position, but in your head it's easier to, or at least for me, landing on the high 2 is, it's the same high 2 as, like if I was in first position here, the 2 is in the same place, right? So we'll play this 2, it's an up bow, so it's, and then the 1 is right next to it, and then you just bring your first finger back down for the F natural. Okay, so now the harder part is on, I have it to start on the A string with second finger. So we have, but we're gonna play that on the A string. This is, what position is this? 4th? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. 4th position. So we have, instead of up here, we have, and this way it's easier to play the high notes. So I'll play it slow. It's, and you'll just follow the fingers I have written in. So 2 2 3, 3 again, and then the 3 on the A is right next to the 4 on the E string you're gonna play. So they're very close to each other, and then the 3 and the 4 are also right next to each other. And then the 2, 1 are not next to each other. It's a space between. So you have, and then the triplet. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. The 1, 2, and 3 are all separated. And then 3 on the A string. And then 4 on the A string. And then it repeats with an altered rhythm. So that part is the hard part. I wanted you to stay in position. So instead of having a shift at the high F natural, I wrote in a stretch instead, an extension. So practice the rhythm slowly. Practice the bottom first, the bottom part first. So right. Then you have. I'm going to start over. And the spacings will be the same as they were here. The spacings between your fingers will be the same. So just keep that in mind, except for the stretch. So that's a big stretch, okay? And then the measure 28 to 31 is the same thing as 21. Wait, what? Is the same thing as 19 to 23. Well, actually, what's slightly different? There's we have a quarter note into dotted half, whereas before we had dotted quarter into eighth. So it's instead of now you should practice the bottom first before you try to play the top part, because it helps you tune the top part, because you know what it sounds like. And also, here's a tip about playing in different positions. So we play in octaves, or the frame of our hand is usually confined to an octave. What I mean is that our first finger, if it's playing the bottom note, our fourth finger on the next string is naturally playing the next highest pitch of the same note. So first finger on the D is E, and fourth finger on the A is also E, and they're an octave, right? So when playing an octave, all the notes will fall, like if you have your first finger and your fourth finger in the right places, the other notes between them can only be in between the first and fourth, right? So they have to stay within this space inside the octave. So when you're playing in a high position, we're in fourth position here. This is an F natural. No, sorry, this is an E. This is an E flat. This is also an E flat. It's an octave. So even up here, I have to keep my fingers in the confines of this octave, or else I'll be out of tune. And the violin, when you shift up higher, the space of an octave becomes smaller. So here it's pretty large, right? Look how much space I have in between my first finger and fourth finger. But let's play a higher octave. So we'll play G and G. So now you see how much space has been taken away. even though it's still an octave, I have, you know, a much smaller amount of space to play and to keep track of my fingers. Whereas in first position, I have all of this. I have all of this space. Okay, so that's something you should keep in mind. Okay, I'm going to do the second page. Probably try and learn it now.